Okay, so several days ago, I made a video going over some leaks about Monolith Soft's new game under the codename Legacy. And as it turns out, all of this is most likely completely fake. Now, for a little bit of context, these leaks were provided by a leaker on Twitter named Midori. Now, Midori is, or at least was, a very trusted and pretty accurate leaker within the video game space, mainly for Sega and Atlas. But recently there was a pastebin created basically exposing Midori as a completely different person. From what I understand, the claims were that Midori was a previous leaker known as Mystic Dance, and Midori actually came through and confirmed this with the tweet saying, "The rumors about my identity that have started to spread and will continue to spread recently are correct information. It is only ironic that I am corroborating information that will almost assuredly end the long journey that has been had with this account." And there's an entire thread here of Midori confirming that yes, they are Mystic Dance, and just basically explaining why they did this whole Midori account and apologizing for it. And the big issue a lot of people have is that a lot of people say that Midori was catfishing, as the Midori account was just a persona of some Japanese girl, when in reality Midori, or Mystic Distance, is actually just some white guy. So a lot of people were up in arms about that. Now, while I do think it is pretty weird to pretend to be a Japanese girl with broken English when you're the complete opposite of that, I do think that's a little weird, but I really don't think it's as egregious as people on Twitter are making that out to be. I mean, come on, it's Twitter. People will always have the most visceral reactions to the tamest shit of all time. So most of the people here that were mad were just overly parasocial weirdos that were in love with Midori because they thought they were a Japanese girl. It's really not that deep, bro. It's really not. Yeah, not really catfishing, because Midori claimed that they weren't trying to catfish anyone. And if that is true, just pretending to be a different race and gender is just kind of weird. At least pretending to be a different race. Not sure why you would do that, but they claim they made this persona to kind of just distance themselves from their actual self as Mystic Distance, no pun intended, and just to express their love for Atlas and Sega in general. Now, where the Legacy leaks come in during this is the second paragraph in the pastebin, where it reads, "His Nintendo codename leaks. You can get that far off crawling their servers, but you can't get any further into the folders as far as we're aware from talking to real leakers. Think the EGS data leaked today. If you couldn't get past Utah, you'd maybe know it's The Last of Us 2. But it'd be hard to prove it beyond guesses." I'm not really too sure what any of that means. I assume it means that just these codename leaks aren't actual leaks, and they're just educated guesses, since you can't really get into the folders to see the codenames or really any data on it other than just guessing at this point. So it seems like, from what I'm understanding, all of the Nintendo leaks from Midori are all cap and just fake. I'm not sure. I've seen other people across the comments of my video as well as Twitter say that this means that the Nintendo stuff is fake. I'm not sure about that. I'm not going to claim that it is, because I don't fucking know. But if you want to read in full exactly what happened, I will link the pastebin as well as Midori's thread in the description. But overall, I think this whole situation is just kind of lame to get. It shouldn't be this big of a deal. Yeah, like I said, pretending to be a Japanese girl when you're not one is kind of weird, but other than that, that's all it is. It's just weird. They're not some terrible fucking person catfishing people and whatever. The only people saying that and who are mad about that were parasocial weirdos who were in love with the idea of this Japanese girl. Like, it's fucking Twitter. What do you expect to happen? However, Midori did say they will continue to be posting leaks and everything, or continue posting information for Sega and Atlas. So, and just because they were pretending to be someone they're not doesn't discredit the track record they've had. Midori has multiple times predicted a lot of things correctly and accurately. So I mean, even if Midori isn't who they say they are, they're still a pretty reliable leaker, at least when it comes to that, at the very least. So I think people are just blowing this whole thing out of proportion for no reason. I don't agree with that whole like persona thing, but I mean, that's nothing to fucking like condemn them about, right? Yeah, it's weird, but that's really about it. There's no reason to like genuinely start hating them and saying terrible things. I've seen some of the things people have been like replying to Midori about, and it's just pathetic and sad. It's just Twitter losers with nothing else to do. But yeah, that's really about it. So it seems like these legacy rumors were all capped from the beginning. Midori claimed that they got their information from other people, like someone gave them the information and then they relayed that information. I'm not sure how true that is, but as far as I can understand, it seems like the whole legacy rumor was fake. So that's pretty sad to hear, but I'm sure Monolith Soft is still working on a new game. It just may not be this legacy game. It could be something else, or they just could be doing fucking nothing. They could be helping with the new Animal Crossing game or whatever. We have no clue. So this is why I say take leaks with a grain of salt, because there's no way to confirm if they're real or not unless the company themselves actually comes out and confirms it and announces it. So that goes for any leaks, regardless of how reliable the leaker is. Always have a bit of skepticism, because there's no way to prove whether or not it's real until it actually happens. So don't get your hopes up looking at leaks and everything. But yeah, this whole Midori situation is just fucking dumb. It's got blown way out of proportion. It's really not that deep. But that's about it. See you next mission and play some goddamn Xenoblade.